Welcome to the Dingle Peninsula, a place that's swiftly become one of our highlights along the Wild Atlantic Way in Ireland. Rich in wildlife, history and ridiculously beautiful views, come along as we take you up mountains, spot dolphins, drive our home onto a beach and more. If you're new around here, I'm Jack, this is Joe, and that fluffball there is our co-pilot Frank. We love nature and have spent the past 2 years travelling to wild corners of the UK and Europe in this, our tiny home on wheels. This is part 3 of our Wild Atlantic Way adventure, so put your feet up, click subscribe and come along for these wild journeys on the Dingle Peninsula. Good morning, welcome to another beautifully temperate day in Ireland. We're just about to hit the Dingle Peninsula. We spent last night parked up on this campsite by a beach. We're running out of time, but we're off to do something really amazing and just, it's going to be incredible, fingers crossed. We're hopefully going to see some dolphins and whales. But yeah, Dingle Dolphin Boat Tours. We're going to head over there now and let's see what we see. The waters surrounding Dingle and the Atlantic coast up and down Ireland are rich with fish and the perfect feeding ground for dolphins and whales, as vast and as varied as humpback whales, minke whales and all sorts of dolphins. As we sailed out into the Irish seas, we had all of our fingers and paws crossed. And we were told by our guide to look for telltale signs of dolphins and whales, with flocks of Manx shearwaters diving into the Atlantic Ocean, giving the clearest giveaway of the amazing nature that lies beneath. Not only did we see so many common dolphins that we lost count, but we also saw 3 minke whales breaching for a second or two. But you'll have to take my word for it though, as I just about missed it on my camera here. Was an absolute trip highlight.
Yeah, definitely. I've never seen so many dolphins in one place.
It was mad. We also said we were on the boat, we were like, when we were younger, I used to think you'd have to go to like Florida or like the Caribbean to see dolphins.
Yeah.
They're in Ireland and they're in like the abundance and like there's so many in Ireland. We've seen them in Scotland. Yeah, it was just awesome. Awesome day. Big shout out to Dingle Dolphin Boat Tours, who we booked through, also dog friendly.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go find our spot. We've just been to the pub and had some food and my stuff. We're going to go find our spot for the night and drive down Slea Drive, which is apparently supposed to be like panoramic views across the... I mean, the whole of the Wild Atlantic Way is being panoramic views, or the majority of it. So yeah, apparently this is supposed to be another amazing drive. So
let's go.
Let's go. Oh my god, we're going for a bloody waterfall.
Is this supposed to be like this?
Oh my god.
Get us out of here. Oh my god.
That is part of the road apparently.
Okay.
Well, that couldn't have happened at a more perfect time than me asking you to talk us through the drive.
Everything's really flat and nice.
That was fun.
Is it supposed to be like that?
I don't know. We didn't get far along the drive because, as we turned a corner, the beautiful beach of Coumeenoole greeted us with a cliffside park up we couldn't resist. We fired up the kettle and sat down for a sunset brew with a view before we were lulled to sleep by the neighbourhood sheep. Good morning. We've woken up to a beautiful day in this spot at the beach that we can't pronounce. Joe, do you want to try again?
What should I put in my mouth?
Coumeenoole? Coumeenoole. Coumeenoole. We're gonna make hay whilst the sun shines because it's actually a beautiful day, and we're just gonna, go climb a mountain. But yeah, we just had a morning of eating breakfast and playing fetch on the beach, and it was lovely.
And eating chocolate.
And eating chocolate. Joe just lives, like, if you cut her veins open, just chocolate kind of flows out, really.
I wish.
I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you couldn't interrupt. It's a day like this. It's a day I really would have missed.
Did we say mountain? In classic Joe and Jack style, we decided to change plans within 5 minutes. We've caught glimpses of the Blasket Islands, which we've heard good things about. And we've decided actually it would be quite a nice day to go explore those islands, take a boat over there. And yeah, they're like uninhabited islands. We'll tell you more about them when we get on. After a quick mooch around the impressive Blasket Island Centre, where we learned about the history of the island and its significance to the country and Gaelic speakers, we grabbed a coffee and jumped onto a small boat and sailed across the channel to the Great Blasket Island. To our amazement and laughter, we then boarded an even smaller dinghy to make the final landing onto the island itself. Because of its relative isolation, the Irish spoken here is a pure form of the language, uncorrupted by the English spoken throughout much of mainland Ireland in the past 500 years. It became the centre of study, where poets and linguistic scholars in the early 19th century came to learn more about the language, Irish history and Irish folklore. In turn, the islanders were encouraged to become writers themselves, and an astonishing 60 books were written by islanders in Gaelic about their lives and experiences on the island. The tour guide did an incredible job in bringing to life the history of the islands and its eventual evacuation as we walked around the now abandoned houses. While this may sound boring to some, we really think learning about history adds a greater appreciation of the places and countries we visit. So you can, that tour firstly was amazing, and the guy who does it, super interesting. Told you all the stories about the island. And you can walk up to the viewpoint up there, but it's such a nice, like, sunny day that I think we're gonna go to this really lovely looking beach down here and just chill before our boat comes and takes us up. Comes and picks us up, because you have to buy a ticket out and a ticket back at a specific time. But yeah, well worth it, especially on a beautiful day like today. This beach is really nice. The Blasket Islands are home to the second largest grey seal colony, I think, or one of the seals, and you can just see them. So see a few curious ones like swimming in close to the shore on this beach. It's really cool. After a little seal spot and a quick dip, we're back on our boat and back to the mainland. Whew, that was an awesome day in the Blasket Islands. Really, really amazing sunshine that we haven't had in about 2 or 3 weeks on Ireland. It was perfect. Now we're at our next camp spot because we're going to climb a mountain tomorrow morning. So we're going to get an early night. Got dinner on. This is the view. Not bad, is it? But we're hopefully going to get up tomorrow morning early and climb Mount Brandon, which I'll tell you all about tomorrow morning. Bye. Morning. Porridge on the go. Mount Brandon's up there. Frank's still in bed. Frank! It's 6:30 this morning. We've actually got up early. Very early for us. Earliest we've been up, Joe. Than last week when we were up for that waterfall. But yeah, it should be a good walk. Weather conditions are amazing actually, it's super clear. Last night you could see Mount Brandon, but it was kind of covered in cloud. So yeah, once we eat this porridge, full of oats, we're gonna get up there. View's already amazing. So the mountain we're climbing is called Mount Brandon, which is apparently named after the patron saint Brandon, who is the patron saint of navigation. And legend has it, or the story says that he climbed up on top of Brandon, which is the second highest mountain in Ireland. I read all this on a notice board just down there. To see the Americas before he set sail from Brandon Creek down there to sail to the Americas. Pretty cool. Lots of up, as you can imagine. Really well marked, this trail. It's part of an ancient pilgrimage that goes back to like medieval time, because of St. Brandon. But dogs aren't allowed on the majority of the trail, apart from this bit, if my app is to be believed. The rest of it is kind of like free local landowners' land, and they just ban dogs. But this is the best bit, so we don't feel too bad about it. I think it's like 140 kilometers the rest of the walk. And as you go up, there's lots of like cross waymarks that are numbered. I reckon there's 7. How many crosses do you reckon there are, Joe? 10? Joe's saying 10. Or maybe 12 because of the 12 disciples. Church knowledge.
Yeah, she's kicking in.
There is no altitude here. I think it's just under 1,000 meters in height, so don't think you'll get altitude sickness from here. Eating a lot of sheep poo? It's getting a lot steeper now, and we're literally above the clouds, which will come rolling in from the sea. It was really cool, but it's definitely getting steeper. I think this is the steepest bit though, but we're so close. There's the top. Imagine if that wasn't the top, Joe. It was like a false summit. We're nearly there. Definitely was a false summit again, but we can see the top now. Panoramic views up to the Atlantic Ocean. Accomplished. Super accomplished.
Super sweaty.
Super sweaty. I need to take this fleece off. Awesome little morning walk.
Walk.
Okay, definitely a hike. Definitely a hike. Wow. Breathtaking, actually. Coffee? It's going to be a really obvious thing, but it's actually so hot.
Yeah, it's
I forgot how useful thermos flasks are. Done the little guy.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cheers. Cheers to a great walk. And Joe also made some flapjack in the van before we left. Well, last night. So let's also eat that. Nice one.
Come on over.
After taking the views from the summit and taking a selfie with no view in the background, we were ready to head back down the mountain. We're going down to that beach now, Joe.
Okay.
Do you wish we could just... Yeah, we're just going to walk. No, we're going to take the van down there. Do you wish we could just teleport there now?
Ding. Yeah, let's teleport. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Ding.
You've achieved it. This is incredible. We've just parked our house that we're traveling on the beach. Like, how cool is that? Like, it's just ridiculous. And this is like a beautiful beach. The tide's gone out, so we don't need to worry about that. So we can nap, cook, and just enjoy being on our favourite thing, the beach. But yeah, it's wicked. Like, just ludicrous. He's a sandy boy. Do you think you've done enough exercise today, Frank? Nope. Not done enough? Not enough? Mate, it's a ludicrous beach. Look at these views.
What they say, there are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the lawn, we are brave. It's even braver than the brave.
We spent the afternoon and evening here, soaking in the views and pinching ourselves about just how lucky we are to have driven our tiny home onto this brilliantly beautiful beach.
When the crowd is calling our names and the storm is one with our game, we just keep burning the flame. You are one of us. We say come, whatever may, we join forces today. Oh no, half isn't enough. Let's build castles now. Well, you know what they say. There are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens.
It's the greatest beach ever. Dingle was by far, oh where you go? By far our favourite place so far in Ireland. It helped that the sun was shining, but we saw dolphins, whales. The beaches have been amazing. Yesterday was amazing, the Blasket Islands. And yeah, today was awesome climbing that mountain. Long may the sun shine in Ireland. We're gonna carry on heading on north, but we'll save that for another video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Click that like button, because it helps the video. We'll see you later.
Bye!